We have spent our trip trying to get away from snow and winter weather advisories. We're in Santa Fe right now, and we're not getting away from it this time. The snow didn't last long, so we decided to go out for a bite to eat and do some shopping. Walk along the streets of Santa Fe, and we're going where?
Tomasitas.
Tomasitas.
Literally everyone told us to eat here.
Literally. I don't think anybody said don't eat there. Even people that have never been here said you need to eat there, so it must be really good.
Literally everyone.
Literally. The place was packed, but well worth it. Tomasitas was good, but I really miss Casa de Ruiz on Church Street Cafe in Albuquerque. Everything tasted fresh and our bellies were full, so it was time to hit the streets and do some shopping. We walked across the street to a pop-up market in front of REI. It was made up of local artists, crafts, and they asked us not to film any close-ups of their artwork, so we decided it was best just to turn the camera off. Next door was the Santa Fe Rail Yard, where their mass transit train station was located. The New Mexico Railrunner line connects Albuquerque to Santa Fe, transporting approximately 3,000 riders per day. Next to the rail yard, we noticed some interesting characters peeking out of the back of a building. As we rounded the corner, we found it fitting that the front is home to a cinema and coffee house. Unfortunately, the building was closed with a sign on the door saying it was closed for renovations. As we continue to wander, the massive amounts of adobe-styled architecture set the scene of Old Town Santa Fe. Here the streets are lined with art galleries, shops, restaurants, and bars. We looked in a few windows, but we had our sights set for the square, where the sidewalks are supposedly lined with vendors from the local Indian tribes selling their wares. And once we got there, it did not disappoint. Beautiful handmade jewelry made from silver, turquoise, and many other precious stones lined our path. There were leather wallets, pottery, belt buckles, you name it, and it was probably here. We came across Johnny Alston, whose music is serving as this episode's background music, as well as a Native American dancer.
Agoya
I could have stood there all day watching him and absorbing it all in. But with so much to see and not enough time left before the locals packed up, it was back to more shopping. Danette's brother and his wife told us about a bar run by a Greek called Evangelos. This bar was founded by a Greek immigrant from Kefalonia, Greece, searching for a better life. Evangelos settled in the Santa Fe area in the early 1930s. When the U.S. entered World War II, Evangelos signed up to serve with the hopes to avenge his family, who are believed to have been killed by Nazi soldiers. For his service and bravery, he was granted citizenship in 1971. He opened the doors to Evangelos Cocktail Lounge. Several famous photos circulated and were published after his death. And in 2002, the U.S. Postal Service published a stamp of him drinking from a canteen. His son Nick now owns the establishment, and I would have loved to hear more about his family legacy, but the place was very busy, and he was running it all by himself. So with an $8 tab, I slapped a 20 on the bar, gave him a thanks in Greek, Evcharisto, and we were on our way.
From Santa Fe.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. With 2 more stops on the horizon before we leave Santa Fe, we better head back to the RV and get some rest.